Are you spending too much time on repetitive tasks? What if I told you the right tech tools could save you 10 or more hours per week without sacrificing quality? Welcome to episode 2 of my 6-part leverage series, where I'm breaking down the different types of leverage real estate investors can use to 10x their growth. A new episode comes out every Monday, so be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening so you don't miss the next one. And why does leverage matter? Why am I spending 6 episodes of the podcast talking about it? Well, leverage is really what separates investors who are stuck in the grind from those who are really scaling and getting financial freedom. And technology is one of the fastest ways to create that leverage. Now, technology and other forms of leverage are one of the key reasons that I'm able to travel the world with my family while my portfolio back in the United States continues to chug along. Technology that we're going to talk about today is one of the key parts of that. I'll share some of the things that I use and some of the other things that may be a good fit for your investing business. I'll walk you through the best automation tools for real estate investors, how they're going to save you time, and what you should never automate.
That was awesome.
So let's go ahead and dive into my top 6 automation tools for real estate investors. Number 1 on the list is something for project and task management. You need to stay organized, and this especially helps when you have a team. So I think that a project and task management tool is great for all investors, those who are juggling deals, rentals, and or multiple team members like VAs, contractors, or agents. This is going to bring you so much value because it centralizes all of your tasks, due dates, and workflows, so nothing slips through the cracks and you don't have to keep it all in your head or in various places, various emails. It's all in one place. Now, some great project management tools are Monday.com, Asana, and also Trello. If you have followed me at all, you know how much I love Monday.com. And so if you're considering that, check out the past episode about Monday.com. And I'll try to have us link that in the description or the show notes. Or give you the numbers so you can easily find it out. But there's a past episode that really is my review of Monday.com. Go check that out if you need a project management system in your business. Now, the second important tech area to handle, or area of investing to handle with tech, I should say, is bookkeeping and financial tracking. You need to know your numbers. And truthfully, let's be real, so many real estate investors don't. And I get it, right? Maybe you're not a numbers person.
You're exactly right, and you get a point.
So let's use tech to fill that gap without you spending more time. Every investor needs something like this because profitability starts with tracking income and expenses. And the value that a tech tool in this bookkeeping and accounting space will bring is that it automates financial reporting, it ensures that you get accurate tax deductions by having all your expenses in there properly, and it prevents cash flow surprises, which can be such a big deal, especially for those who are doing flips or burrs and you got a lot of cash flow going on. Some of the big players in the space are QuickBooks and Stessa. I use QuickBooks for my investing. I feel that it's very scalable, but it is not cheap. And so I get it, if you're not to the point that QuickBooks makes sense, check out Stessa or some other lower cost options to start off, as long as you're using a system and getting that tracked. Next, we have a client relationship management system, or CRM. Now, this is specifically for investors who would be handling leads, such as wholesalers, flippers, burr investors who are working with motivated sellers, or if you're a real estate agent or a private lender. Those are all situations where having a CRM could really help. Now, what is a CRM? You put all of your clients into it, and this is what helps you track them. It automates lead tracking and follow-up. It ensures no deal falls through the cracks. You've got this great lead. Let's say you're like a wholesaler, or, you're finding off market leads, and there's, the little old lady at 123 Main Street, and she's kind of been back and forth about selling, and things. And it's been a while, because that's how it is, right? Takes a while. And then suddenly 6 months go by and you realize you forgot to check up with little old lady at 123 Main Street. And you're like, oh my gosh, reach out. Oh my goodness, she sold the house to someone else.
Oh no.
If you had little old lady at 123 Main Street in your CRM, you could either automate some follow-up. You could also have it where if you needed to do the follow-up, it alerts you on a certain calendar that you set to do that follow-up. And so it really makes it so you don't have to take any mental bandwidth. It's all in the system, and it's either automating the lead tracking and follow-up, or it's empowering you with reminders so you can do that easily. Some example CRMs, HubSpot is a big player in the space. There are also some that are specific for real estate investing. Simply, InvestorFuse, they might be a good fit. Next, Tech can really help with marketing and social media scheduling, giving you the consistency that you need for the algorithm to love you on that without you needing to spend daily effort. Now, this is best for investors who are raising capital, who are building a brand, or who are sourcing deals via social media. And what value does this tech tool bring? Well, it allows you to plan and schedule potentially months of posts in advance so you can stay top of mind without needing to go on and do these things every day. I personally use a tech tool for my social media management, and what's great is that it also empowers my virtual assistant to do all of the posting for me. So obviously I'm here making the videos, I'm in the content, and yet I don't need to be the one who's editing it or scheduling it on social media, right? So that is something that they can do very easily with these tech tools. Metricool is my favorite, and it has a great free option that you can get started with. Later and Hootsuite are another couple big players in the space. All right, we're continuing on, guys. There are more tech tools to share. What about property management software? This is for self-managing landlords, a tool to help automate rent collection, lease tracking, applications, and maintenance requests is huge and something that I have really benefited from a lot. This reduces manual tracking. It can speed up your decision making in terms of like accepting tenants because it makes it so easy to get the applications and everything, and really just simplifies property management overall. So I use apartments.com, and you can automate the application of late fees. If you have enough rental properties, you're probably going to get a tenant who is habitually late on the rent. And what I love about apartments.com is we can put in the terms that were in the lease about, if they're more than X days late or when it's late, this is the rent penalty, and it's automatically applied. And they see that when they go in to pay the bill. There's no back and forth. There's nothing manual about it. That late fee is automatically applied. It's ridiculous, but we have one rental where it's like we joke, oh, we're making 10% more on it because that tenant is late every month, and that's the late fee that they have there. Hiring a virtual assistant shouldn't be a guessing game. If you're ready to offload time-consuming tasks and scale your real estate investing business, my Real Estate VA Launchpad course gives you the exact roadmap to find, train, and manage high-performing VAs. Learn how to delegate like a pro and take back your time. Enroll now at adriennegreen.com/courses, and you'll find that link in the show notes below. So that is just one way that using a system like this could help. Now, as I said, I use apartments.com. It's free. It works for me. Hemlane is another one I hear only great things about. Rent Ready may be one more that you might want to look at. I think our final tech tool is things that are for automations and integrations that make everything work together. So this is for investors who want to eliminate manual, repetitive work, which I hope is most of you. So you can sync apps so tasks happen automatically. No more copying and pasting between tools. So specifically, I love Zapier. This connects apps. So one of the things that Zapier does for me as an example is, I have Calendly where people can schedule one-to-ones, virtual coffees, client consults, things like that. And I have Zapier where when somebody schedules something on Calendly, that person is automatically entered into my CRM. So I automatically have the contact information that they gave me in Zapier in my CRM. So if I have to reach out to them, like, I want to confirm, or after the meeting, I want to just send them a quick text, I don't need to go find all of that. It's already in my CRM, which we talked about previously. So those are my tech tools. Now, how can this tech save you time? I want to really quick walk through some real examples so you can see what it would do. So each of these tools. So we had the project management tool. What I love is that instead of remembering deadlines manually or having to follow up with a person on the team, a team member about what's going on with this deadline, the deadlines are automatic in Monday. It organizes the tasks, the due dates, and tracking for the team. So it doesn't become like, hey, this was due last Friday, where is it, right? The team member would be getting automatic reminders on Monday, like in their notifications, hey, this task is due in 1 week. Hey, this task is due in 1 day, and it's still marked as pending so that they know and they can hustle and it doesn't get overlooked by them. And then what I also love is they've got updates in there. So let's say I did have a task that was due last Friday. I'm in there and I see, oh my goodness, there's this task that's overdue last Friday. If my team member is doing what they should be doing, I will have updates in that task and I'll know what its status is and I'll understand why it is overdue. Or what's kind of cool too is, for certain tasks that I've got an ideal due date, but my team knows, hey, that this is a goal, not a hard stop, they can go in and have the presence of mind to be like, hey, I was working on these other things that were high priority. This is marked low priority. So I moved the due date out one more week because I'm focusing on the high priority tasks this week, right? That is something, all of that information is in that project management system and really empowers the whole team to run well. Now, when you've got some CRM, then you can do some email automation and lead nurturing. So you can automatically send follow-ups so that you're always top of mind without having to do it all manually. Now, with the social media scheduling like Metrical, what my executive assistant is able to do is batch schedule the content once a week and then automatically post that entire next week for us, which is really awesome. Now, finally, what I want to talk about is what not to automate, where human oversight is needed. Now, customer service and tenant relations, that is one thing that a lot of people fail at automating well. Now, I think with some AI agents, there's a lot of potential in the future, and yet right now, people get really frustrated and don't want to deal with a chatbot when they have a major issue. They want a real person. And in real estate investing, often when somebody is reaching out, it's a major issue, right? A guest, tenant, things like that. So just tread carefully if you're thinking about using technology for customer service and tenant relations. It can be off-putting to people. High stakes decision making. Automations can help crunch numbers, and I have certainly put spreadsheets into ChatGPT and asked it to do some analysis, but only you can really analyze market trends and risk factors and take into account everything that you know. So while I may have ChatGPT help give me some figures, I'm not going to have ChatGPT give me the green light or the red light on an entire market based solely on what ChatGPT analyzes. So again, use it for pieces, and yet I don't think technology is to the point where it can completely replace your decision making. Next, hiring and managing people. Building relationships with your virtual assistants, with contractors, with real estate agents, with whoever your partner is in your investing business is key to success, and automation can't replace trust. So I love using technology like a CRM to help remind me and systemize my outreach, and yet the tech isn't doing all of it. It's helping empower me. It's doing the 80%, so I can do that 20% of that personal connection in a really efficient manner. Here's something really important to keep as your takeaway here. Technology is only powerful when you set it up the right way. If you want a step-by-step breakdown of how to implement these systems seamlessly, I cover it all inside my coaching program. I'd love to help you streamline your real estate business so you can scale faster without working harder. You can go ahead and book a free personalized one-on-one coaching call at adriennegreen.com/coaching, and we can talk about your business and see how I may be able to help. The link is below, or you can go visit adriennegreen.com/coaching. Thank you for listening to another episode. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can get the rest of our Leverage series.